welcome back to the channel, and today we're taking a look at the Edifier MS50A Bluetooth speaker, and this is a classy piece of kit. It's come in from Edifier. Pleased to say I'm looking at Bluetooth speakers on the channel, and the first speaker that I'm reviewing today, we're certainly starting with a good one, because this is a really classy piece of kit, guys. As you can see, this is a bookshelf style speaker, and we've got a really nice wooden finish all the way around. It's like a single piece of wood all the way around the back. We've got a nice speaker grille in dark grey at the front, and then we've got a touch panel surface at the top, obviously the Edifier brand, but we have got a touch panel here, which can be used for volume by going clockwise or anti-clockwise. We've got a physical button in the middle there for the power button, obviously play and pause and skip track forward and back, and then settings. These are all done on a really nice touch surface, works really nicely. This guy is pretty hefty. It's not a portable speaker. It is powered by AC only, plug-in only, so there's no battery in this. This is a home speaker, home Bluetooth and Wi-Fi speaker. As you can see there is a nice little sort of compartment there for the plug to go in. Obviously that's included inside the box, and like I said, it's just a really nice design. I think the sort of finish and the quality of the finish on this product is what I would expect from Edifier. It is the first Bluetooth speaker I've tried from the brand, but it's not the first product I've tried from the brand. This is a quality brand, and if you've tried any Edifier products yourself, you will know they have a very good reputation, and this is something, this is a product that's certainly living up to that today. So let's have a little look at a little bit closer at the specifications then. Like I said, we have got sort of a mix here of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So you have got the option to stream directly via Wi-Fi, from any device. We have got AirPlay 2.0 as well, Apple AirPlay. We've got Alexa, Tidal Connect and Spotify Connect, which is all really good to have. We can pair two of these up. So if you enjoy this product, there is an option to make this into a stereo pair, which I think is really good to have. We'll talk about the sound quality in terms of one in a short while. But yeah, you've got that option to do that if you want to do that in the future, to enjoy stereo sound. We have got multi-room grouping compatibility. Like I said, we've got the AirPlay and Alexa there as well. Various connections are possible. We've got room filling sound with powerful two-way speakers. So under here, now the grill will come off. It's a little bit, well, I'm not going to force it off, but it does come off. It's just a little bit stiff. So at the minute, I have not removed it on mine, but I know from seeing images of the product that you've got a 4-inch dynamic driver here, and you've got your tweeter there at the top, and a bass grill at the bottom. So if you want to take that off, you can. Look that up online. It obviously looks really smart. My advice would be to keep the dust grill on to protect the product, for longevity, etc. Back to the specifications. So we have got 40 watts in total, which is, more than enough in my opinion. I didn't get past about 30-40% on the volume when I was testing this. MDF wooden enclosure with classic walnut finish, yeah. Let's have another look at that. I mean, It's really beautiful, you know, single. I mean, normally you're going to get 3 sort of panels, aren't you? But that's just one single piece of wood. Absolutely beautiful. Really lovely finish. Really enjoying that. It's going to look great in the home, you know, amongst, you know, perhaps other wooden furniture, etc. Power output, so you can look into that if you wish. Audio inputs, yep, we've covered that as well. So really kind of really good on the all-round kind of, you know, it's small and compact enough to have it anywhere, to move it about. Like I said, it is a plug-in, so you're going to get obviously you're going to get the plug inside the box. You can't move it around on a battery because there isn't one inside. Obviously you've got the paperwork there as well inside the box. But all in all, you know, this is a really good home speaker. I love the fact that we can expand this in the future to a couple of speakers if we want, and get that stereo sound. I think we miss that a lot these days, all these kind of single Bluetooth speakers. It's great to have that option in the future. Wi-Fi connection, you know, I use Apple products. Having AirPlay just means you can, you know, you don't have to worry about being close to the speaker. So you can have your phone anywhere in the house, and as long as it's connected to Wi-Fi, it's not going to cut out. So that's, yeah, Bluetooth's really good these days, but you know, it's still got its limitations. I love the Wi-Fi option here. Obviously you can have both. You've got Bluetooth 5.0, which is fine. In terms of the sound signature, so I was wondering if there'd be an EQ. So there is an Edifier home app, which in the manual it'll kind of ask you to or suggest that you download the Edifier home app to kind of get the full feature set. Now there isn't a huge amount on the app, other than it will take you through a connection process to make sure you can get onto the Wi-Fi as per the instructions there. Obviously you can do the Bluetooth connection as well. You don't need the app to connect to Bluetooth, but you do need the app to connect to your Wi-Fi router. That's pretty much all the app's going to do. It's going to also give you the capability to add a second speaker later on. There isn't an EQ or any other features really on the app, but you will need it to get the full connection out of it. I would have liked to see an EQ, but as this is a more traditional bookshelf kind of wired speaker in an electric kind of wired sense, the fact you've got to plug it in, you know, that's more kind of what you'd expect from a traditional bookshelf speaker. Just the tuning is the tuning. I mean, the Edifier tuning, if you've ever owned an Edifier product, whether it's headphones, earbuds or speakers, they know how to tune audio products. So we're getting that signature kind of Edifier sound, nice, warm, rich, immersive sound, really balanced in the sense that they're not letting the mids or the treble slip away in the mix, but you've got a really nice, you know, strong sub bass, strong mid bass there, really kind of fills the room nicely. Obviously with speakers as well, it'll sound different depending on what size room you're in. So, you know, doing this in a sort of dining room environment was perfect. A sort of medium-sized room, filled it really nicely. Like I said, I didn't get past 30-40% without it becoming too loud. So you could go into a much larger room than that, and you wouldn't have a problem with this, you know, sounding wholesome. It's quite a warm sound signature, so probably if I had the option, I'd probably increase the treble a little bit, but I wasn't worried, because once I got this set up in the right environment, those details are coming through. Edifier knows how to tune products, like I said, so the treble's there. It's not quite as bright as probably normally my preference, but for the average consumer, this is going to be spot on. Really enjoyable sound. Across the genres as well, you know, certainly good for sort of electronic music, really thumping, you know, really kind of warm, deep bass. But then on kind of acoustic and alternative music. You know, listening to the new Sam Fender album today, you know, coming through nicely, all that kind of complex instrumentation, the guitars, the drums are all sounding alive, sounding fantastic. Still got a bit of sparkle in there. It's just a bit of a warmer treble feel. It just rolls off a little bit earlier than I'd like, but super sound signature, really enjoyable, and a good package as well. You know, that all in all for 129, and that's full price. You'll get it cheaper than that, I imagine, on Amazon, etc. You're getting a really kind of quality. You know, back to that finish, that product kind of quality, build quality again. You know, it's a couple of kilos that, but you can tell it's a nice piece of wood. It'll sit nicely on, you know, on a shelf or in a kind of a hi-fi unit. No worries at all. Another great Edifier product. Love to know what some of your favourite speakers are down in the comments below. Other than that, thanks again for tuning in. Oh, the one thing I didn't say is it doesn't have a microphone. So if you're going to connect Alexa, it's got to be an external connection, but obviously it's got all the Connect capabilities. Again, more of a traditional style speaker than a Bluetooth speaker. You know, I don't need it for a microphone or phone calls. Not a deal breaker for me, but I just wanted to mention it there. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.